Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time is But a Window. Now recently I decided to get back into the NBA 2K series. Now aside from esports, basketball is my favorite sport. And because of that, I have played a few of the NBA 2K series in the past, making a couple my players. But it has been a long time since I last played, probably about 10 years. And it looks like the game has changed a lot since then. But my overall goal for this game is to be the Wilt Chamberlain of three-point shooting. I want to leave Curry in the dust. And this might actually be a possibility as I've maxed out my three-point shot, mid-range shot, and close shot. And I think it paid off because in the last video I was able to win the college championships. This means it's time for me to enter the draft. Which team will I get drafted by?
Why don't you get drafted? So that's funny to you?
You notice how all your questions about the result, never the work?
It was a simple question.
Why do you think I didn't get drafted? I mean, for real. You tell me.
I know you had 2 knee surgeries in college.
Nah, it's excuses.
I don't know, you stayed all 4 years?
I wanted to get my degree, try again.
You were captain of your team, conference player of the year, all
nice
defense.
awards, things I've earned, things I'm actually proud of. But the NBA scouts agenda, I don't care about all that. I mean, sure, you got leadership, character, defensive motor, all that helps, that's real. Think about those other things. Well, what position do I play?
Point guard.
Yeah, and with my size, my body frame, can I play anything else? And what about my leaping ability?
You can dunk.
Can I dunk like those good dunkers? The good dunkers you even see at the street games? And is it explosive? A word they love to use.
Okay, so you had some of it, but not all of it.
I mean, from my perspective, no, but from their perspective, yeah. And when a GM goes on record and says, you're his guy, and he says that to his team, his whole career and yours are inextricably linked. Okay, if I become a star, so do they. If I wash out, same. So they've all agreed on this checklist, this protocol, right? If Duke doesn't check all the boxes, and some other guy does.
So draft the other guy.
Draft the other guy.
Because at least they can say he checked all the boxes.
Yeah. The fault goes back on the players, not them. Okay, that's why you gotta understand this mentality, son. You gotta make sure you check all the boxes for them. Okay, this draft cycle business, this is a chess match. Okay, if you're not ready for that, you are bound to fail. That's the setup.
Whew. Now, most people on the outside won't see it. But this, my friend, is where the draft begins.
Sucha?
Messaging is everything.
Okay, so is there a wrong choice here?
Think of it like a spectrum. One end, you got Russell Westbrook, loud on and off court. On the other, you got Kawhi, quiet on and off court. Are you one of them or are you in the middle? What you decide will help teams get an idea of what you're really all about.
Are you ready, Junior?
Yeah. You ready, Junior?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, I guess it's time for me to choose an outfit for the draft. Only one problem, I don't exactly have any fashion sense. Hopefully this looks good enough, let's get on to the draft.
Chance to bring it up.
Man, it's all good, I already know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Harper and her team run a top sports agency for a reason. They contacted me as soon as they contacted you.
You not upset?
Why would I be?
Someone take the meeting.
I want you to. Root out the specifics. Look, just because you sign with them doesn't mean we're a done deal. We can all work together.
Okay. I'm gonna take their plan first.
I'm the associate agent, so when you sign with the agency, I'll be here to support Harper on the day-to-day.
I'm sorry, I completely spaced on your name. You're walking in.
It's fair, you have a lot going on. It's Layla.
Layla.
Layla, yeah.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
Junior, hello. So excited to have you here. I'm Harper DELL. Thank you so much for coming down to hear our pitch.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Yeah, and thank you for taking the time out to meet me.
Absolutely. This is the moment. You have worked your entire life to get here, and we are here to support you in that journey to the next step where you start getting paid. I don't have to tell you, we have the deepest roster of NBA talent in the world and brand partnerships with every company you can name. Our goal is long-term. We want to create lifelong relationships that keep you living large now and comfortable in your retirement. In these notes already rests the shoe contract of your dreams. You ever thought about acting?
No, I never really considered it, but I'm into it if it makes sense. Yeah.
Multiple commercial offers and scripts for interesting indies that will help groom you for bigger projects once you get your feet wet.
All of that sounds really good to me. Yeah, but right now I just want to focus on the draft, solidify my position, and find the team where my skills fit best.
Well, we have relationships with all the teams. We can gather intel to get you the private team workouts that you want.
Maybe not the exact team I want to play for?
Anything is possible. But it is still a draft where teams can and will do what they see fit for their organization.
Okay, so that's a no.
Chaos exists. We try and mitigate that for you, but it does exist. And I'm not going to lie to you just to get you to sign. I want us to start off in a place where we can be honest with each other. You know what? This is feeling way too formal.
Way too formal.
Hang on. That's better.
Much better.
So I grew up in the Salinas Valley. It's about 2 hours south of San Francisco. John Steinbeck was from there. Do you know it?
No, not that area
It's
specifically,
okay.
no.
My parents died when I was young, so my grandmother raised us on her ranch. We grew broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower. It was not glamorous, but we worked and survived. And Layla?
Oh, I was raised right down the road from you in Union.
Oh, Jersey represent.
That's right.
Yeah.
My dad bailed on us when I was 3, and my mom did everything in her power to make it work. We know what it's like to want more. We willed ourselves to be where we are, just like you did.
There's a vision for you here. Jordan, LeBron, a bigger corporate vision. Companies love them because their messaging connects to the public across all demographics. And that's how we want to position your endorsements going forward. Universal appeal.
Okay. But it feels like there's a catch coming.
No, there's no catch. There's a little reality. Archie. He's a good guy, and we know that he brought you here, which is why we want to provide him with a generous finder's fee as a parachute.
But for us, we need you free and clear of all old attachments. Your future depends on an uncluttered vision. All new NBA players have to go through these difficult transitions.
So it's you guys or him.
From our perspective, it's just the way it has to be.
You should hear what he has to say. Maybe he really is the right fit for you and for your vision. But for us, it's one or the other.
I don't like it. Not one bit. But fine. I'm not afraid of a little competition. But her pitch on the corporate take is a flat idea. You have personality and you have an opinion. Your boy Hendricks Cobb, Harden, Embiid, they're doing just fine being who they are. That's how we seal your endorsements. Big and bold.
But doesn't that idea risk losing endorsements if I'm seen as controversial?
Yes it will. But you'll gain others. Others that share your vision and your story. Former football player. Newark. Your dad. You're the underdog. That stuff is powerful, so
So you
use
got a
it.
shoe contract available for me now?
No, I don't. But I will. It's called trust, Junior.
She said she got a movie deal available for me now.
Deals? Or ideas where deals may be?
I don't know.
It seems to me like you should. These big agencies, man, they pack a punch nowadays. She may have a little bit more firepower than me right now. But I know who you are. I know where you come from. And I know what you want. As if it were my own story. Fine, if you want to walk away from all of that, so be it. It's either her or me. You choose.
Alright, so now it is time to make a choice. Do I go with Archie Baldwin, the close family friend, or do I go with Harper DELL, the big established agency? Now, to be completely honest, if I really want to deck out my character, going with Harper DELL is probably the better option. But I have a pretty big soft spot for loyalty, so I'm going to have to go with Archie Baldwin. Now, I may get lower commission, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do just fine, especially because I'm going to be a star of the league by the end of the year. That is, at least as long as I perform anywhere near as well as I did in college.
Things haven't always been smooth between us, but I know you. Good and bad.
Yeah, I could dig it.
And the fact that you're from here means something. I know I'm making the right choice.
Thank you, Junior. I won't let you down.
I know you won't, man.
Sir. So you're projected mid to late first. That's an interesting spot to be in, Junior. I mean, on one hand, you can slide right out the draft. The other, you can step up, snatch a spot in the lottery.
Wait, hold on. Players are falling out of the draft from the spot I'm in?
I mean, it's all projections until the media hits you and the combine game starts firing. I mean, the next step in this process for any player is the personality evaluation test. So they put you in a room with an interviewer who asks you a bunch of probing questions about yourself.
All right, so I'll just be honest and let them know who I am.
Yeah, but you also want to be aware of what they want to hear. Integrity, character, leadership. You keep that in the back of your mind when you're answering questions, you'll do just fine.
Junior, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Go
to
ahead
meet
and
you,
take a
too.
seat.
Thank you.
This isn't a test. This isn't an interrogation. We're here to have a discussion, point of which is to get to know you better as a person. There are no right or wrong answers. All we want is for you to be as open and honest as possible.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. What would one of your family members tell us about you?
That's a good question. Well, I think they tell you that even as a kid, I always wanted to be the best. I loved to compete. Didn't matter if it was tic-tac-toe or dodgeball or whatever. I wanted to win. I needed to.
And that's the first thing they'd say?
Oh, yeah. And I used to take losing. I used to take losing really hard. I'd throw a fit if I didn't win. My family still teasing me about it.
Great. Let's move on. I'm curious. How do you deal with teammates you don't like?
See, the thing with me is I've always been the best player on my team. So whether or not I like someone or they like me, everybody just kind of falls in line. We all want to win, right?
But what if you really didn't like someone?
Then I don't hang out with them outside of the court. This is a business. You don't have to like everybody you work with. And like I said, I'm a great player. So whether or not you like me, you respect what I bring to the team.
Are you the best player in this draft class?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
No doubt at all?
Look, it might sound arrogant, but yeah. I play to be the best. That's what drives me. So I keep track of all these guys and what they're doing throughout the season. And honestly, there's nobody in this class that can do what I do. And that's just me keeping it real.
One last question and then I'll let you go, Junior. I'm wondering, what's your primary motivation for joining the league?
All I care about is being the best basketball player in the world. And I'm lucky, maybe someday being in the conversation for best of all time.
Nothing else motivates you? Supporting yourself, maybe?
I'm extremely lucky to play a game I love, and this game can lead to a very comfortable life, as far as money goes. But I just want to be the best above anything. After that, everything else will just fall into place.
All right. That'll wrap it up.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. Thank you very much for your time, Junior. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks. It was nice to meet you. Nice talking with you.
Best of luck in the draft.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that didn't come off too self-centered, but let's be honest, I'm trying to be the Wilt Chamberlain of three-point shooting, so I don't think there's any point in me being humble about it. Remember, I want to leave Curry in the dust.
Teams check out the data. Someone like you more, someone like you less. The summit won't matter. The deal is fluid. I'll take 2 of those.
Yeah, but the results can change where I currently sit in the draft. I'm not hungry.
You don't have to. You could stay exactly where you are right now.
So I just gotta sit here and wait?
I'm not here. There are a few days left before the next steps are taken. I figure you might enjoy your bed a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm glad you think this is so funny, man.
This is a marathon, son. Breathe. Or else you'll burn yourself out before we even get started. Okay? First rounder. So GMs and scouts are gonna be looking to punch holes in who Junior is. Or they're gonna be finding ways to like you more.
Okay, so it's not all just downside here. I can move up too?
Oh, for sure. You help an old lady across the street and that goes viral, you move up. I mean, it all matters right now.
All right, so what's the strategy here?
Joy. Be excited for the opportunity. That works more than anything. It feels like a chore, they'll pounce on you.
Okay. Well, also, certain teams like certain personalities too, right? Like what plays in Miami won't necessarily play in Minnesota or New York, and vice versa.
Exactly. But look, your head will spin out of control if you try to navigate on that level of nuance right now. Just go big. Give me the side of your personality that we could sell. The big endorsements are out there, but you have to position yourself. Find your niche.
Hey, Junior.
Hey, Junior.
Junior.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm excited to be here. Alex, you got the first one.
Can you talk about your experience being here at the Combine so far?
Yeah, you know what? This whole thing, this entire thing has been a dream come true. You fantasize about getting to the league as a kid, and I'm just grateful to be here competing against other players.
Junior, any critiques about your game that you don't necessarily agree with?
Opinions? Everybody's got one, but I know who I am. And the rest of the world will too once the Combine games start firing.
Obviously, this is an opportunity to make an impression and raise your stock. Tell us about your goals.
Well, I'm here to dominate. That's the bottom line. Yeah, show everybody that I really am the best player in this whole country. Now, that may come off as a little arrogant, and probably does now that I think about it right now, but hopefully by the end of this process, it's just a known fact.
Junior,
Junior.
how do you feel stacked up against the other high-end talent?
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I got to run a practice. Thank you for your time. Alex, I'll see you soon. All right.
Thanks, Junior.
You guys have a good one.
Wow, this is taking a lot longer to get to the draft than I expected. Where would you like to play? Now this is actually really unexpected. I actually thought that I'd just get randomly drafted to some team. But as you can see here, it looks like I have a list of teams to choose from. And most of these teams don't really have much going for them. There are a couple, however, that really do. The only problem is, most of the ones I'd be interested in joining already have really good point guards. There is, however, one team that I feel could really compete for a championship if they added me, and that team is the New Orleans Pelicans. Just think about that 1-2 punch of having me and Zion on the same team. Other teams that really stand out to me are the Portland Trail Blazers, but of course Damian Lillard is going to head up that point guard position, and of course the Dallas Mavericks with Luka. But given I'm coming in as a late second-round pick anyways, I'm going to be struggling for minutes as it is. So I really think the Pelicans are my best option.
Matter. Drills and scrimmage. This is where the Combine gets a little nasty.
All right, finally. See, this is what I've been waiting for. No more talk. Just get to play.
Great. Because I spoke to a friend of mine, and he's agreed to walk you in. Damian Lillard.
Wait. You're friends with Dame Lillard?
That's so hard to believe?
Maybe. Maybe, but... I mean, come on, Arch. Friends seems like a stretch.
All right. Somewhere in the middle, okay? His manager owes me a favor. Anyway, Damian's going to be at the workout, for tips and give you some guidance.
Man, that's amazing. I'm a big fan of his, man. Thanks.
No, don't thank me. Just do what you got to do, and remember to use him as a resource because that's what he's there for. Oh, and save the selfies till you get into the league next year. Hi.
Yo, Dame.
Junior, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I appreciate you meeting up with me, man.
It's all good.
Yeah. So how do I improve my stock in here, man? Because I'm nervous, man.
You just got to go in here, test well. So hopefully you've been preparing for all these tests, the vertical, the bench press, making open jumpers, 3/4 court sprint, working on your one-on-one game, because you're probably going to run into that in here. So that's going to mean something. Second, you got to be able to show your work ethic. When you're going through these drills, You got to be working harder than everybody else. You got to be in better shape than everybody else, because that's going to stand out, because a lot of people don't prepare like they need to for this. The third thing is just your demeanor, how you carry yourself, your confidence, showing up. A lot of people show up to this stuff and they depend on their reputation from high school and college, and they feel like they don't got to go through drills and they don't got to bring it. So if you show up and you do all of these things, I guarantee you, you're going to rise up the boards just like I did.
Okay, man. Okay. Yo, you just dropped a whole world of knowledge on me, man, but I appreciate it.
Hey, man, it's simple. Do what the other players won't do, and it'll happen.
Now, as you can see, I have some contract offers, but sadly, I'm not offered very many minutes. So really, I'm just going to head down to the Pelicans, which is the team I'm most interested in, and see if I can request more minutes, even if I don't get paid anymore for it. After all, what I really want to do is boost up my stat line. And I am definitely not going to be getting Steph Curry numbers, let alone Will Chamberlain numbers with only 10 minutes a game. I'm hoping we can make things work too. I've got a lot of options, but you guys have my attention for sure. Fantastic. Let's talk about it. We see you as a rotation player for our team. Given that, we think this is a fair offer. All right. So 400 per game, 10 minutes, 1.4 times bonus, and a 1-year contract. That's not a bad offer. Let me try one counter offer here. Going up a couple minutes. And yes, they are going to accept the 14 minutes and give me 480. Yeah. Time. Welcome to the New Orleans Pelicans. We are thrilled to have you on board and looking forward to a long, successful partnership. Every year, our off-season mandate remains the same: improve the team. The draft is an integral part of the process, and this year's class, with you and Hendrix Cobb leading the way — oh my god, they got Hendrix too! — has created a buzz around the organization we haven't felt in quite some time. Together, the two of you have potential to lead us into a new era of Pelicans excellence, and that's got us very excited to get to work. Let's see you on the court. Time. Alright, so if they actually get Hendrix Cobb, me, and Zion, we're going to have an unstoppable team. And with that, it was time for me to start the season with the team. The only downside is I feel after that draft, the storyline kind of ended. And while I still did get sponsorship texts and such like that, I really didn't see any more cinematics. I went to team practices, played game after game, and slowly improved the amount of minutes I got in every game. Overall, the team's been playing pretty well, and I feel like our record's good enough for us to eventually get into playoffs. Though I am pretty disappointed that, at least for now, it seems like the storyline for this series has ended. Now, if anything notable happens during the season, I will definitely update you guys, and of course I'll update you guys once I make it to playoffs. But for now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Wow, they won by a lot. They have me in here at the end. I don't even get a shot attempt. Wow.